Who's been sleeping in my bed? Says Goldilocks. Who's been sleeping in my bed? I don't know. It's a guy who fell asleep because he was drunk. Was she topless? Nobody knows.
Dun 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 dun.
Driving on the highway, and I'm finally going my way. Driving on the highway, and I'm driving here with you. So don't look back, 'cause I don't want to turn back. Don't look back, 'cause I don't want to go back. Don't look back, 'cause I don't want to turn back.
And were they drunk or were they doing cocaine?
Y'all, it's another Roadshow of Love in Paradise, Season 4, Episode 8.
It is. Oh, we're going around a curve. You don't like curves, and we're by a semi. Stresses you
I'm
out.
going to tell you this now. We're in northern Indiana,
Driving down the highway.
and the wind is so strong, we are careening. So if you hear like a large rush, that is not us,
That's
or
not air going in my asshole.
or you're not having a stroke.
Yes.
That is how loud the wind is.
Who has seen the wind?
Again, I don't think that exists. You haven't been able to find it.
I haven't looked that hard, in my defense.
That's a farmhouse in the middle of nowhere.
It looks like
How
fucking
sad.
Clark Kent was born there.
Y'all, this is, I don't know what this episode's called.
We didn't get it, and we got it early, but it's episode 8.
It is. I think we have maybe 2 more episodes. I think they'll stop at 10.
Well, yeah, because the other way is coming back soon.
Toe! This is Toe!
Toe is coming back soon. Very soon.
And that will be replacing
Lip. It's
Lip
on
Monday nights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wonder why is my computer or my iPod so dim?
No. Turn up the brightness.
I don't know how to do that.
Go to the right side of
Oh,
your...
I see it!
Okay.
But what about keyboard?
Did it work?
Yes.
Is that better?
It's a little better. But people are slowing down!
People are slowing down. I don't know why. There's not traffic. There's just corn. Did a husk of corn just fall in the street on the interstate?
This is not corn country, is it?
No, but doesn't doesn't Indiana have corn though?
They all do.
I feel like they do.
They all do.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I just expect it's just a bunch of cornfields like Iowa.
You said your grinder was not good, but I gotta
No.
say, but the men in Indiana that we saw, the straight men,
They're all been hot.
They were hot, y'all.
All the ones y'all brought to the Indianapolis show.
Yeah, big dicks. Biggity big dicks.
Let's jump in, y'all. First of all, we're in Chicago tonight. You're hearing this on Monday, so you missed it.
So we're actually doing Love in Paradise episode 7 tonight. So
Yes.
that won't be confusing to us.
Not at all. I was worried about this. I'm worried about you talking out of your ass.
No,
about
it's not
something,
true. It's
because
fine.
you're driving.
Well, I am driving, but you've got the notes, so you have to lead the ship, and if you fuck it up, then you fuck it up.
I'm going to. I do a better job at this than you do.
Not true.
So anyway, the season is taking a weird turn. I'm so confused by Alex and Adriano now. I don't even know why they're still here.
There's a lot of they don't really have anything. I need more to talk about them. I'm bored. a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't. First of all, let me just take us through. I love slowing down to 50 on the freeway.
Well,
here.
we are. I'm just like, I get it.
Oh, there's a cop.
Oh, I get it. You love Jesus and he loves threesomes. Okay, we could have done this in 2 eps.
Well, that's the issue here is, remember that what I was talking about before is it turned out to be a story about her not worrying about that she was going to have children and find a husband soon enough. That was first of all, it started out as being a star-crossed he's in Italy, very different from me. I'm a black woman from Dallas. We're different as night and day, but we have great sex. Can this work? That was the beginning. Then it was, now all the stress in my relationship is caused by, if not this guy, who else am I going to find? When am I going to have children? Then we switched again. And now it's about religion and her. And now I don't know where we are. The story pisses me off, actually.
We're on exit 215, about a mile from Morocco, Indiana.
And Rensselaer.
That's where we are.
Good Lord, in the middle of fucking nowhere.
There's a lot of towns in Indiana called like Morocco, and there was Lebanon, and
You could tour the whole Middle East.
right
North
here.
Africa.
Right here.
Why do you have to go anywhere when Northern Indiana is waiting for you?
It's all right here.
Jesus. Anyway, but let's start with, this is all couples. Because I talked about them, let's just start with them. Let's start with
Sure.
Alex and Adriano. Let's get them over.
Adriano.
I wrote, my first thing was, are we still doing this?
We are.
So she's like, it's been a hard week. This idea of her saying, you know, it's been a really hard week. We've had to have a lot of discussions about threesomes and religion, and then I met his parents. So I'm going to forego all of that and not think about that so we can have a nice time at the beach today.
Cool. Sure.
This is a therapist who is talking about pushing her problems aside.
I think it just seems like that's what she wants to do.
Well, the thing is, what it seems
In her
like she's
personal
hoping
life.
to do is go back to Dallas when they've resolved nothing, even though this is what she came here to do.
I don't think she wants a relationship. In part, I think like subconsciously she doesn't want it, and she has to sabotage it because she just doesn't feel worthy of it.
And also, she thinks that her family needs her to be in one.
Also, I kind of
And
had a little
culture.
bit of a theory today too. Maybe she's so against threesomes because maybe she's more attracted to women than she
Oh
wants
my
to let
God!
on.
Oh my God! I had that thought too.
Maybe she's Dallas, religious, also black. Like, that's a lot of things to go up against
know,
if you want
I-
to say that
I
you are a
literally
lesbian.
said there's something here that it's not even, and I think people can be there. Y'all, there are a lot of people who are not in any way attracted to the same sex.
I don't understand that. Doesn't make sense to me.
But the way she feels about it and the way she talks about it does seem like there's a fear behind it. And it could just be religion. But no, I thought the same thing.
Well,
But we're meeting, but none of that matters because we're going to meet his hot cousin, Gaetano,
Gaetano is a hot.
with a banging body.
I think I have a piece of lettuce from our McDonald's in one of my brackets.
Riveting. No!
Oh yeah, it just popped out. Wow.
Keep your hand on the wheel.
Okay. Oh, it says road noises ahead. That won't bother you at all.
What's road noises?
I don't know. We're probably gonna drive on some road that's really
Yo,
round.
what
It's
do
gonna
road
fucking
noises mean?
I've never seen a sign that just says road noise. What if you just drove by and it was just a band? Just a band playing music.
Olivet Nazarene University. Sounds like a party.
Sounds like a cult. It's the next 6 miles of road noise, so we'll keep on going.
Oh, this is where, y'all, a must-see is the Shrine of Christ's Passion. Our Lady of Guadalupe Plaza. 48 bronze sculptures.
Sounds great.
Must miss.
Must miss.
So anyway, Gaetano says, how's things going? And he's like, how are you doing? And they're like, well, there's like a lot of talk about religion and love. And she says, then you love and trust. And Gaetano says, and read her for filth, basically, and said, love and trust don't just belong to religion.
Yes.
And she was like, Y'all, this is the thing that drives me
And she
crazy.
was like, I can't believe they're ganging up on me.
This is the thing. Instead of actually talking about the situation like an adult, if you're gonna talk about your religion and talk about it as an adult, she's like, I don't want to do this. Let's just have a good day. But she wants to talk about it when she wants to talk about it.
It's true.
God,
Ironically, I bet she's a good therapist.
really?
Oh, some of the messiest people I know in my entire life are the best fucking therapists. Doesn't always translate in your own life.
I will say,
I mean,
though,
think about it. Think about the shit you give advice on and then what you do in your actual life.
Point taken.
We all do that, I mean.
I don't think she's a very compelling cast member, though.
No, I don't think so either.
Yeah. So anyway, she said, I don't want to hear this. I'm tired of talking about it. Just let me lay on the beach in peace and run away from my problems.
That part.
Like I tell my clients not to do. And so then her cousin Tiffany comes up. He takes her and grabs her in the water because, y'all, he knows that this is what she wants, this Italian fantasy of under the Tuscan sun. She's massaging him. And then Adriano says something. He's like, I like to fight a little bit. If you're in a relationship and you win every argument and everything's easy, it makes you lose interest and the vibes are gone. Adriano doesn't want a relationship either. He really doesn't.
No. He wants something new and exciting all the time.
Yeah.
He's never going to be satiated.
Well, I think, you know what it is? When he's 50, he'll get married
yep.
to a young woman.
What does he do for work?
Does we care?
Well, no, I do, because I bet he wants to be an influencer or something
Well,
like that.
if he can just get up and move
digital
to
nomad.
Australia, he's probably a digital nomad or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So anyway, I like it how Tiffany is just basically taking Gaetano and going, "You're gonna go with me, baby?"
Yeah, she was like, come on. Because Adriano picks her up and she's like, I don't think you can pick me up. I don't think you can handle the thickness. She's funny.
She is what the storyline needs. We need more of that.
I would enjoy her on Pillow Talk.
We need to know more about her. This road is trafficy.
But oddly, though, not loud. I don't hear the road noise, do you?
No. Maybe it's the...
Maybe.
Riveting. So, anyway.
The slapping of the tires on the road reminds me of fucking.
Sure. So then she goes, he's looking at her and he's like, "You are so beautiful today. And there are some beautiful girls over there.
Yeah.
Maybe something can happen." And she went, "I can't believe you're doing this." And I wrote down, I don't buy this.
No, this feels creepy and fake.
It felt really inorganic. And if I don't believe that she would fall in love with a guy who is this transparent and gross. Or maybe I'm wrong.
I can see that. No, I can see that.
It just felt manufactured by production.
It did.
This is when I put up a big stop sign and just
Like Mary
Payne, and just went, nope. I don't buy anything else in this storyline. I want it gone. I don't really like either of these people.
No, I agree. She just got 10,000 followers on Instagram. Good for her. And also, y'all, don't forget to follow us now on TikTok at Reality
Nice
Gaze.
segue.
Reality Gaze Pod.
Reality Gaze Pod, because y'all,
You got to add the pod now.
we were banned and they didn't let us back on. We just rejoined and said, "Thank you, sir. May I have another?" to our Chinese overlords.
Caitlin is handling it now. When I get back, I'm gonna get a burner phone and then I'll be on it some too. I'm not putting it on my real phone.
So he's like, "Let's go to dinner with one girl." I like it how it's just like he just assumes these three women will A, go to dinner with them out of nowhere,
Mm-hmm.
B, willingly have sex with them in a threesome.
So you've never assumed that at a gay bar in Dallas, Texas?
I've never assumed. Well, this is different. They're on the beach.
That's true. That is different.
Location is everything.
Yeah, that's true. Gay. If you walk into a gay bar,
You're gonna assume we're
you're
open to a
already
threesome.
saying you're up for something. That's true.
Y'all gay people have no standards. Zero.
We don't.
So, where is this? Where's the... I went down too far.
I think we're on the quiet
so-
road now, just so you know.
Oh, lovely. Anyway, she said basically, no, absolutely not. And he's like, one night?
One night only,
And
threesome
He's
only.
like, threesome is part of my life. Threesome is part of my life, and I will always ask you. And at this point, this is when you walk away from your beautiful Italian boyfriend and you go, you know what? Our values aren't aligned. You have literally told me what your thing in your life is.
Yeah.
And why she did not walk away at this point will forever confuse me. And she said, you know, at this point it's about respect and boundaries. And if he doesn't do that, then we don't have a future. And a future together. And I went, yeah, we've all known that you don't have a future since your first episode.
Yeah, we did.
Anyway, so that's the end of that. I desperately want this
I'm
storyline
gonna
to
go around
end.
these cars.
I hate it. I don't like either of these people, and it seems like this is we're flying.
Well, these people are going slow in the left lane, and I'm getting around.
I'm gonna say Florida was terrible, but I think these drivers are just kind of ignorant.
Piddlers.
Yeah, they're piddlers.
They're just piddling along.
This is Northern Indiana, y'all. No one knows what the fuck is going on.
The billboards are better, though, than the other part.
Oh my god.
Oh, my phone rang. I put it on work.
What happens?
What?
I don't think you know how to do that.
I don't understand.
Moving on, Sean and Aaliyah. She's getting her hair braided with extensions. And
8 hours long.
yeah. And she's talking about Sean being kind of annoyed, and Jackie says, "How's so?" Jackie, y'all, is either a PA or the nosiest person alive.
And I will say, it does feel a little PA-ish because she's totally American,
Yes.
or maybe Canadian, but I feel like American but she lives there.
No, she was a friend that they met.
So why is she there?
That's a good question. I have lots of questions about Jackie.
And we know from last episode,
She has a lot of questions about Sean's finances.
Yes. And also, too, it's a little bit like, why do you have such a savior complex of Aaliyah?
Yes!
I don't understand the relationship. You act like you're best friends and you've known each other for 20 years. That's different.
Yeah.
But they haven't, right?
No. I feel like she's probably never had a trans friend before. So she's like all like queen ally now.
Which is great, but like, bitch, you don't know this person.
She's doing it for herself though, it feels like.
Yeah.
I don't like her.
Yeah.
So anyway, she asks, so how's the sex been? Again, I don't think these people really know each other.
And Leah's like, well, we haven't had sex since Sean's been here. And she says, oh, it's her. She said she hasn't wanted
Right.
to bring it up.
Right. And she said, I was avoiding it. We need to have conversations first. My concerns are about this is really interesting because in the previous episode,
In the past.
she was worried about this, but she acted like it was his issue. That she even says, I'm worried that he doesn't find me attractive.
She did say that.
And it's like, so you're the one. I understand this is a really hard transition for someone, and there's a lot going on. But I don't know. Things are squirrely here.
Here they are.
So she says, my concerns are about the open relationship. She's like, last year we were in Spain, and he had apps and meeting other persons in a sexual way. Now, then the relationship was open. And she says, I didn't even know about it. So, she does
Nothing's
say,
wrong with that to poodle. That's how you do all of your relationships. You've said it.
I said,
You have said we're in an open relationship.
And
They just don't know
it.
about it.
Anyway, he said, because we're not having a day-to-day relationship, the relationship is open. And Jackie, of course, trying to, I don't know why she wants to instigate. She's like, do you feel lied to? Do you feel heartbroken? Tell me about it. Tell me about your despair. And she says, oh my God.
Also, a semi pulled in front of us. Also, it feels like she's putting. What?
You're really close to the fucking semi.
Well, I knew it was getting back over. It seems like she's putting her own, whatever it is, but it feels like her own kind of heterosexual norms on this relationship and expectations.
That's exactly what it is. And I believe that Aaliyah is 25 years old and has had to go through a lot of transitions. We said this before. Aaliyah is emotionally 13 years old.
She doesn't know what she wants.
No, and she's starting over.
Yeah.
As a kind of a new person. And I said this to you when we were starting this drive. This is so much on this relationship. This is a gender transition. Now it's an open relationship. Now it's a marriage, a proposal. What else are they going to add?
Yeah. There's a lot.
There's too much salt in the stew already. Don't put any more seasoning.
It really, at least all of my friends that are trans talked about how it's actually all the friends, they were in relationships and they started to transition and they all broke up or got divorced in those relationships.
I've been talking about that before.
And they talk about how they kind of needed to go through that themselves.
Yes.
Before they were in a relationship. That was their experience. For other people, it's different.
Well,
just from the,
I've been saying
like
this.
3 trans friends.
I've been saying this before. Aaliyah wants to be in control of her life, and she's afraid of Sean controlling her. Yet, I would wager that she completely relies on Sean
financially, and to make her feel feminine.
Yes.
And to do her hair. Like,
right.
I'm not trying to be joking, but literally, she needs Sean to do her hair.
He needs Sean to do her hair.
And put her makeup on and glam her out and all that kind of stuff. So,
in a way, what happens next is weird, but I'm starting to understand it. So anyway, Sean says, Sean is later on, Sean is helping where am I saying? Do you feel glad to? Yeah, we're not. You justified, didn't understand. Anyway, Aaliyah says, I'm going to tell Sean how I feel if he's not willing to be monogamous, and I don't want that. Later on, Sean is helping with her hair.
She wants a fairy tale. She wants a Disney fairy tale. And I'm like, you're not, honey, you didn't get Prince Charming. You got the Burger King King. It's going to be different. It's going to be different.
He's going to bring home Whoppers.
Exactly.
That's about it.
And fuck other guys.
Yeah.
Other princes. That's how it's going to be.
Your rules. So what happens later on, he says, I'm going to tell her how I feel. Anyway, he's helping with her hair. I can read it like this. I'm having a problem reading this. Also, this interstate's curvy, so I'm getting a little sick.
You don't have your reading glasses on, do you?
No, I said the interstate's curvy, so I'm getting sick. Anyway, so.
It's not that curvy.
Yes, it is. He says, Aaliyah says, where is this? I think I found it. Sean is helping her with her hair, and Aaliyah says, by the way, I never really wanted to be in an open relationship. Will we have an open relationship when we're married? And he's like, well, I told you before we were there, before we were living together here, we were in different countries, and I didn't know when I was going to see you. And so if Sean says
they met in COVID.
Yeah. Sean says, I didn't assume we had a monogamous relationship. We never had the discussion. So Aaliyah obviously thought this was much more than Sean.
I mean, that's on both of them. I think that's
It is.
But I do think that's a little bit of dickish of him just to assume they're in an open relationship, and I feel like that is a bit of him taking advantage of her naivete.
True.
Good Lord, it's windy.
I think where I'm going with this is she's been a member of the queer community, but she doesn't know all this. That people are in open relationships, or what I'm saying is how much of a participant. It's so new for her. What I'm wondering is how long has she been sleeping with men?
I don't think long.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sean was one of the first.
First relationships.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is so weird, this area of the road we're on, y'all.
It's farm.
But I'm saying it's so windy and we're just being blown over the road.
We are.
People are worried about us.
They're not worried. Y'all, I'm from Oklahoma. I know how to drive in the wind. I'm fine.
So she said the moment came when she saw a dating app on the phone, and Sean said we had the discussion. She reluctantly agreed. And this is when she brings up, since you've been here, we're not having sex. Is it because I'm Aaliyah full time and you're not attracted to me? And this is either production or Aaliyah trying to start something. Because she said, she was the one who said I didn't want to have sex.
Yes.
Earlier. Anyway.
I have a feeling Aaliyah probably flip-flops on emotions, and probably...
Because she's 13?
I was going to say, and not even purposely. So I'm not blaming her necessarily for... That is part of discovering yourself, is you say one thing and then it doesn't feel good because you've never experienced it, and then you go, oh, this doesn't feel good. I changed my opinion of this. She just doesn't know.
Which is why
That's
might
normal.
not be the best time to have a serious relationship.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But I do go back to, I think that's going to be a hard part of this. I think Sean, I mean, obviously what he wants in the bedroom, but I do think Sean likes to be, I have several relationships that are several friends I know that are in older, younger relationships, not trans, but, and dealing with these type of issues. And there is not a reckoning, but there is a new relationship that has to be either rediscovered or abandoned whenever the younger person starts to come into their own and feels autonomous.
Right.
And I don't think Sean really wants that.
No, he wants
to be in charge.
Well, and I want to say...
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that's what he likes.
I want to say there's something different a bit about being... wanting a submissive person in the bedroom versus your whole life.
Your whole life.
Controlling.
Yeah.
I want to draw that distinction.
But no, I'm drawing the distinction. I'm yes-anding it. I think he probably likes that in the bedroom.
You say both.
But I think he does in life. Not in maybe it's control. It feels more just like he likes to be the person that he's a planner. Like, I don't think it's that deep, like he's controlling. But I just think he's a type A personality and likes to be in control, and that lessens his anxiety.
Right. So he says, no, it's not that I don't find you attractive. I just need to say, for me to feel sexually empowered, I need to feel like I'm the man in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So this is kind of groan inducing, but to me, this is when he's talking about sexuality.
Mm-hmm.
That's because they're literally talking about sex.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I thought this was more, he was justifying why he didn't want to have sex.
Yes.
And he says, I need to feel more that I'm the man of the relationship. He even says, at least in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
He says, you need to treat me like, I'm your man. You're my everything. A little grown worthy to me. I'm not into these kind of relationships, but
really,
not very submissive, as you would imagine.
Yeah.
And he says, and for me, then that's sexy, and I can handle the persona. I know, and please don't call her being trans a persona. Please don't.
I
do
did
that.
not like it when he said that.
But he clarified.
He did.
He said, you can't handle what persona? He's like, you have a persona now that says, I'm Aaliyah, and that's it. It's a little entitled. And this is where I'm thinking things are getting really conflated with her gender transition and what he's meaning here. Because I think Sean has been around people who have transitioned.
We're assuming so, but
Yeah.
it's different to be around someone who's in transition that you're in a relationship with.
True.
And around all the
But
time.
I'm saying this is someone who is a fucking hairdresser.
No, yeah, I agree.
And anyway,
I think it was a poor choice of words
It was.
because it's that pendulum. She's been on one side where she let everybody walk over her like a doormat and never stood up for what she wanted or asked.
Right.
Just not even stood up, never asked for what she wanted or needed.
right.
And so now when she's doing that,
She's finding power.
and he feels threatened by that.
Yes.
And I don't think she's acting entitled at all.
I think what it's very different for him is when she says they actually showed clips of this to almost, because it kind of came out of nowhere for me. But did you watch the clips when she said, nope, no one's going to tell me what I'm going to do with that feels very empowering. But when you're with someone in a relationship and you're hearing that, and this person you're with in a relationship has completely changed their demeanor.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going. What I don't like is conflating the idea of now that he's saying he wants her to be more, quote, feminine.
Mhm.
That's what I'm really worried that people are going to get confused.
Mhm.
Because
Well,
that's
it's going to be different too when a big change happens like this. They are, if, I don't want to say different person. They are more their authentic self, but that feels different to the people around them.
well, and it feels that billboard just says Jesus is real.
Prove it. Stupid bitch.
So he says Douglas was more shy and quiet. And he's like, I would describe Aaliyah's persona as outgoing, sassy, and bossy, which is my least favorite word to describe a woman.
Has anybody ever called your mother bossy?
Yes.
To her face?
Maybe not to her face. Anyway, he says, when you talk to me, it doesn't feel comfortable or sweet. You can be the boss bitch, but you're not the boss bitch of me.
Yeah, I didn't like the way he talked to her about this. It just felt really like, know your place.
He's trying to make her submissive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's the kind of relationship he wants. That's what he had with Douglas.
And what Aaliyah doesn't realize is because sorry, I'm having to go really fast now because the car in the middle lane decided it wanted to go fast, even though the cars on the left are wiping my asshole. So I got to get over, car. Sean is the one that's not changing the relationship dynamic at all.
Yes.
He wants it to stay the same.
Yeah.
She's the one. So I say this not because she's not at fault for this, but looking at it from an outsider, you're younger, you have no money.
Yeah.
We don't even know if you work.
We're being realistic here. Yeah.
You have no power in this relationship.
Yeah. And
If you want to be in a relationship where you have more power, I would say it's easier for you to find yourself and then seek out an equitable relationship because y'all, especially with men, gay, straight, or whatever, men don't like to give up their power.
Nope, they don't. And
So good luck.
the other thing here, what I'm thinking that people are conflating this to some type of gender role of, because now she's female.
This would be the same if he's a gay. If he was,
Yes.
if
Thank
she was
you.
Douglas. This is about the power in the relationship. I
Yes.
just described two relationships of gay people, queer and lesbian, that
Right.
has nothing to do with gender.
Yeah. So I think one of the
It's
things
very similar.
that people are getting triggered by is as soon as Aaliyah presents feminine, that he's saying this. I think that's a bad conflation.
I don't think he's being anti-trans.
No.
I think he's being you're not the boss of me, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like it, but there are relationships in this world that work like this. Yeah.
There are.
Anyway. Sadly, I can see them staying together. Because Aaliyah will agree to things as long as Sean
What is she
pays
going
for
to
her.
do? She
Yeah.
needs her hair done. But no, seriously.
No, you bring up a really good point.
Bitch needs a weave. She's gonna do it.
And y'all, getting a hairdresser is so expensive to get everything she needs.
I'm telling you, this guy pays for fucking everything.
I know, he does. Yeah. And that's been soft pedaled the whole storyline.
I agree. I bet you he pays her rent.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you he pays a lot of things.
Yeah.
Because I just think that Aaliyah right now, she doesn't even, I think, have probably the mental capacity to work.
Because of all she's going through.
So involved in this
in a transition.
Recalibrate, in this authenticity.
Of her own identity. Yep, I agree.
Y'all, we're going into Crown Point.
Watch out.
Crown Point if you need it. There's just someone on the side of the road. You've got to say for the listeners, when you say watch out, they don't know if a truck is hurtling towards us. So you can't just say watch out. Y'all, there's a truck just on the side of the road. It's fine. So you just need to narrate a little bit for them.
Fuck them. I'll do what I want. Let's move on to Luke and Madeleine. Something more fun. Oh wait. So y'all, we're in Huatape. I went to Huatape.
You did?
Yeah. I was in Colombia.
Oh, well, fun.
It's a beautiful area.
Oh.
That's the big, like El Peñol, the big stone that you see. Anyway. So, y'all, Brian, remember his friend Brian, the douche with the other douche with the young Colombian wife?
He's cute, though.
Wow. You got a type. Assholes.
That's fair.
So, Madeleine hates Brian.
Hates him.
And they're going to a water park, and there's like inflatable obstacle course. She's, of course, worried about her hideous nails.
It is. When she is climbing on those things, I laugh so hard. This is so stupid. She can't even just do life.
No, with those nails. So, after the park, Madeleine's like, Brian, I need to talk to you. Why do you need to be, she says, why do you need to be inside my relationship?
I'm sure no one has said something like that to you.
No. And he says, well, Luke was expressing his concern with money, and if you're in this, money shouldn't be the end of the world. And he's like, I just need to also tell you that blank said that he spent a night in your apartment and you were topless. She freaks the fuck out. And she says, you slept in the same bed with him. And she says, I am no naked.
She said, I am no naked.
And Luke is really pissed. And y'all, that's when Luke shows his true colors and goes, I paid the rent. There was another man in my bed, in my apartment. I'm done. You bring another guy back to the apartment that I pay for? My money bought you, you 19-year-old girl.
Well, that is kind of habit. But I got to say, the Mar and me, if I was paying someone's rent and they cheated on me in that bed that I was paying for, I'd fucking, the pettiness would come out.
But would you keep saying the bed, in my bed, the apartment I pay for? Because you're equating just your relationship as monetary. Or maybe that's what the Mar and you would do.
Yeah. Look at that diamond sword, the King Charles Spaniel, your favorite dog.
Alberts. I don't know if it's my favorite dog. I like them.
You like them, and then you read that they're high maintenance, so now you don't want one.
I'm high maintenance enough for me. Anyway.
But no, it was very. It feels like I bought and paid for you.
Yeah. So,
but would you be, if you paid the rent?
That would never happen for somebody. I would never do that.
Well, that's true. But if something happened, you were paying the rent, and they slept with someone in your bed. Now, actually,
I'll say this.
If they just slept in the bed, I bet it'd be, if they actually cheated is what would upset me.
Well, he thinks she cheated.
Yeah.
I'll say this. That kind of relationship dynamic with me would never happen. I would never be in a relationship where we weren't financial equals.
So here's what I think about
Never.
this. I don't think he really cares. I think he's only doing this as leveraging so he can be pissed at her to get her to sign the prenup.
That's possibly true.
I felt like his anger
Overdoing it.
felt fake and overdoing it, not for audacity of creating, but just let me have a temper tantrum so you give me what I want.
Possibly. And he's like, someone's been sleeping in my bed.
Because I don't think they care. They party, they do fucking coke, probably, and all this shit. There's probably 1,000,001 people that have slept in their bed.
And there were rumors that she also was an escort.
Oh, really? Oh, thank you, ABC7, for your Pride billboard of Chicago.
Oh,
she was an
plus five.
escort.
That's a rumor. That's a rumor.
Well,
rumor.
What else can she do with those nails? Like, she can't type. She can't do nails. She can't grab onto anything.
No.
She couldn't work at Michelin tire plant. She could throw tires or do beading.
What? Beading?
Beading. It's like one of the jobs of the things. I don't know what it is. I just know everybody did beading.
No, I don't think she could do beading.
What is Menards? I've never heard of those stores.
I don't know. Anyway, so he says, this is some teenager high school drama. I want to be with a woman, not a girl. And I went, well, you got a girl.
You got a girl.
You chose a girl.
You did choose a girl.
You chose a 19-year-old girl.
You did.
She's not a woman, honey. She's 19 fucking years old.
Yeah, and she acts like she's 16.
14.
Well,
but she does have better business sense than he does.
She does.
Anyway, y'all, they get in the car together, and she's like, I don't deserve this. If you don't trust me, go back to America. That's it for let's just talk about Ani and Kyle. Oh my God. Just when the storyline couldn't get weirder.
You know what's weird about this to me?
We're 8 miles from Gary, Indiana.
Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana. I don't know the rest of it.
Gary, Indiana,
Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home.
Yes.
I'm going to say this. I dislike Ani more than I dislike Kyle. I think she's a stupid asshole, and she is just, even, I know your theory, yes, about all that aside, and I kind of agree with it more and more.
Yeah.
But the fact that it does, you know who she reminds me of? She reminds me of Nicole and Mahmoud.
Yeah.
She doesn't love this guy. There's something to prove.
Yes.
Because, y'all, 101, a woman is responsible for her own health. If you need to get a morning after pill, go to the fucking store and get it yourself.
Yeah.
Don't ask a man to do it, because women that waited for a man to do something ended up pregnant.
Let me tell you why she wanted to do this. Okay, we're in the right place. We're going 65. Yeah. This was all head games.
Yes.
This was all head games.
Yes.
She wanted him to get it. Him to get the morning after pill. So we have to go back 4 steps of why she needed the morning after pill, because she might be ovulating because the strip was not dark. Anyway,
and even though I hate that he's right.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that, Ani, you dumbass.
You made the man seem reasonable.
Yeah.
In this case.
Where it's telling me to stay this way, even though it says Chicago that way, so I'm gonna do it.
Do what the thing says.
I'm doing what the thing says.
Anyway, y'all, Kyle is waking up, taking my supplements to increase my sperm count. Fuck yeah!
Fuck yeah!
Last night, me and Ani had sex for the first time, and it wasn't about having a baby.
It wasn't at all.
Which is weird for me. And he's like, we took it slow, just kind of getting in the mood. And she said, I've got the biggest penis she's ever seen. And they didn't use protection.
No.
Ani says, the sex was good. Kyle has a big penis. Yes, it's huge.
A Schlangenfisch.
Gigantic Dongenstein.
Okay, Dongenstein.
I saw Kyle without his trousers.
Frankenfurter. One more, give me one more.
He was hiding that underneath his sport clothes. Sport clothes.
Oh, we're going on the toll road. That's why.
Oh, makes sense. So,
Are we in Illinois?
no, not yet. Ooh, look at the traffic.
But look, we're getting up near the lake.
Oh, okay. So, y'all, she's taking an ovulation test. And she's like, but what's if I'm ovulating late this month? And she's waiting for this test. And this is when she says, y'all, 7 months ago, I've been happy to be pregnant. But this last month, I decided I did not want to do alone. This is all bullshit.
All bullshit.
This woman is so full of it. Either she's acting for the camera or she's out of her fucking mind.
I think she's a narcissist and I think she has mental problems, and I can't believe I'm saying this.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think she's really fucked up.
She is just as cuckoo crazy as he is.
Yep. Yep.
Anyway, are we in a stable place now? Because I was getting sick.
No, we're about to see. Look at that. I'm literally curving and making a whole circle.
Oh God!
Going around, and now I got to go and get in front of this truck so I can get over.
Y'all, he's driving crazy.
I'm not. I'm just being aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Okay, see, now I'm exiting on exit 262,
The toll road.
the 90 toll road for everybody.
Why is everyone looking like an idiot? Whoa! Look
Well,
at that car.
That car went the wrong way. They're going to have to wait for me. I'm going too fast to slam it down.
Anyway, I'm going to keep going.
All right.
So
Although I'm about to make a circle. They're going to make you throw up. I really want ice cream. Doesn't that sound good?
I hate you. There's cattails.
There sure
In a
are.
swamp. In a
It looks-
swamp. I just said like Ani. In a swamp.
In a schwamp.
In a swamp. No, it's like schwanz. Like Kyle has a very big schwanz.
It's a big schwanz, yes. What is the German word for dick? I feel like you would know.
Schwanz.
Oh, it is schwanz?
It might be Yiddish, but I think it's also German. Schwanz. Anyway, so y'all, she said, but you know what? When I turned 39, I started to panic about never having a second child. But so that's why I reached out to Kyle to have a baby. But I think now I would prefer a relationship. So she calls Kyle and says, Kyle, I want to make sure. Would you mind buying these the morning after pill? It's like, but you're not ovulating. I know you weren't ovulating. And Kyle's like, so this is weird, dude.
And he knows, we should say, he knows they're not ovulating because they both have talked at length about her ovulation. They've talked about having a baby.
Right.
So it's not like he's just saying, I know
She's
all
like,
things about
I
women's
am going
bodies.
to say, yes, but I'm not. I got an ovulation test, and it's a very faint line. And he's like, it's weird that I'm a sperm donor, and I'm trying to get someone pregnant, not terminate.
Now, I do think that probably he is offended by the idea that she doesn't want to take his sperm.
And she knew he would be.
She knew he would be, yeah.
It's
gross on both sides.
This is a psychological game that only a German woman could come up with.
Like, I feel like she watched him on one of those documentaries.
Yes!
And said, I'm going to take him out.
Yes!
Yeah.
Anyway, and I said, this is weird. It's like she wants to take the morning after pill to fuck with him and in a way, take some kind of whatever fucked up joy he gets from impregnating a woman and to subvert that into almost killing it in front of him.
Literally the joy she said
Yes.
last episode. I see the joy when you talk about it. I understand it more. And then secretly
Yes.
said, I will crush it.
In a weird way, getting him to buy the morning after pill is even more humiliating, which
Yes.
is why she wants to study him in a lab. This is all an experiment.
I mean, the more and more we see, the more and more I think it's proving your hypothesis
Yes.
correct.
And she's like, I'm very disappointed. She's like, I'm not one of your recipients. Respect my feelings. And anyway, so he's coming over for dinner, and it's like nothing's wrong. They did not have a fight about him not wanting to buy the morning after pill.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she's like, so Kyle, I prepared for you dinner. Even if it's not good, I want you to say it's good, right? She's so weird.
Yeah.
I think I dislike her the most of anyone this season.
Oh,
She's so weird.
How quickly we turn.
I never really liked her. I thought she was weird.
You have to be weird to date Kyle.
So she's like, did you get my pill? He's like, well, about that. You know, that those tests are, if it's not really dark, it's fine. Trust me, I know. It's my business.
I mean,
So
this guy
if
knows a
anyone
lot about
knows,
it. If anyone knows, he does kind of know. He's obsessed with it.
he's like, based on my experience, you know, with getting people pregnant, it's not realistic. It's not. She's like, but baby, tomorrow I'm ovulating. And he's like, usually this is when I about die. He's like, usually when I'm having sex with people, I'm getting somebody pregnant, so I don't pull out. I usually like stay right in with my cum, like just soaking them.
Whole balls deep.
He's talked about it, y'all. He stays in there.
Yeah.
That's his kink. Anyway, so he's like, so what I'm doing with her, I kind of like pulled out, but I kind of don't know how to pull out because like that's my kind of thing.
I
And,
can't
like,
do it. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. It's like I try to pull out, but I can't because my dick's so big, it just sticks in there like those animals with like the pitchfork penises.
Yeah. Oh, like when my Aunt Darla's dog Digger was cheating on.
Yeah, and he was stuck at the dog.
Yes. Yeah.
He was stuck.
Stuck in Lady.
I don't think a dog can cheat.
Well, Ruff wasn't happy about it. My dog Ruff, he was ooh.
I don't think a dog can cheat. I think a dog just fucks what it wants to.
Aunt Darla put them both in the backyard and let them fight it out. And you know what? That's why they
Wait.
called the dog Digger, because he dug a hole, got out of the fence
Wait. She put them in the backyard.
after the sex. She said, y'all get in the backyard, you stick together and y'all get along. You work it out. And she said they were friends after that. She said Darla thinks to this day that's what did it.
I don't know if diplomacy works in the animal kingdom that way.
Well, Aunt Darla would beg to differ.
Anyway,
We're going
Kyle.
to see her son tonight in Chicago.
Oh, Kyle also says, so, you know, maybe I did get some sperm in there, but Annie's clearly overreacting. Because also, she's an older woman and not ovulating.
Yep.
And he's like, I know your body really well. I tracked your cycle. For anyone else besides Kyle, I would go, that's just too fucked up.
That's too. Anyway, for
But
him,
for Kyle, I went, of course he did.
of course he did. Because y'all have talked about this. Yes.
And she's like, Kyle, you're freaking me out. It's not, don't do this.
You know what's weird? I'm going to make this even grosser because I bet you forgot this. She already has a child.
Yes, she
She's
has a child.
She's a mother.
She's a mother.
To a human being.
Yes. Anyway,
Wow.
she's like, it's not about, I'm starting to realize that he wants me to be pregnant by him and donating his sperm. And I'm like, you're starting to realize? We knew that was the game in the first episode.
We did.
I went, welcome to awareness.
Yeah.
A state you haven't been in.
No.
It's like a really desperate act to spread all of your seeds everywhere in the world. Yes, I clocked it the first episode.
I think she knew it all along. I'm
Yes.
telling you, I think
And this is to somehow humiliate him on television or perform experiments on him in some ways.
which I'm okay with because
Me
he's
too.
gross.
He's so gross.
So I'm not angry that she's doing it. I just wish that by the end of the episode, like I would love the episode to tell all if she said, I never loved Kyle. This was all to expose him.
Well, then I could get behind it. But
Yeah.
she's acting like we should, like there's some kind of love or relationship component here, and that we should feel sorry for him, for her.
For her.
And that's the most that's where I just think she's completely unlikable.
Yeah.
I did not think this is how this story would go. But looking back, I think there were clues that it was always going to go here.
This is a great season of Love in Paradise, y'all.
That's the episode.
Great time to be alive.
Wow. Great
Oh.
time to be a trash peddler.
It really is. Y'all, thank y'all for listening. We appreciate it. This is going to be, I guess we're going to be doing
This is
some
the
road shows when we go to the Northwest.
This is the
right?
last
Is this our
road
last
show
road?
until the Pacific Northwest.
So it's going to be a hot minute. You're going to have some regular episodes or live shows. And
Much more timely for a while.
much more timely for like a week or two.
Yeah, and then we finish our live show tour. We're doing Atlanta, Charlotte. That'll complete this leg. Then we will do Portland, Seattle, Vancouver,
And San
Francisco, and then
Los
Angeles, and end up this motherfucker in Vegas.
In Vegas.
And that caps us for the If You Can Dream It tour.
It does, and yes, for this round. So thank you. I know some of you are hoping for some other cities, and we're doing our best, but not this leg.
Yeah,
So
maybe in the fall.
maybe in the fall, or
Yeah.
maybe next. We're doing what we can. So that said, if you want to travel to a reality show in another city, and you've been waiting for us to come to your city, I would highly recommend, if you can, come see us. Whether it's in Vegas, LA. Travel to those shows, because the chances of us coming to your city are not as favorable as you think.
Yeah, we ain't Avon. We're
We-
not Amway.
No,
We're not going to show up everywhere.
no, we're not. We're not.
Mary Kay car.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Or actually, yeah, because this is episode. So we'll see you next week. We call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for Schwagenfradas in all the wrong places, Poodle?
Yeah. Und if you love to have sex with big schwanzes and have him have him soak you with his milk. Milk.
Yuck! Bye, y'all.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.